Coinbase is one of the few exceptions to this. One silver lining in the connection between Coinbase and Bitcoin is Coinbase is far from perfect. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, the place to be if you want to grow your wealth and reach your financial goals. Alright investors, today is the big day. If you're a fan of new and exciting stocks, one of the biggest releases of the year is here. The cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase is now publicly traded, and its shares are available for you to buy. I'm going to tell you all about Coinbase, why it's such an exciting growth company, and at the end of the video, if you should consider adding it to your portfolio. Let's get right into it. As you've probably noticed, interest in cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin has skyrocketed in the past year. Many retailers and banks have begun to take notice and are rushing to make it easier for you to buy, sell, and use Bitcoin. You can even buy a Tesla now with Bitcoin. Crypto is no longer a niche phenomenon, and it's rapidly making its way to the mainstream consumer. As more people begin using it, they naturally will look for a place to store it. It just so happens that the biggest crypto exchange in the US, Coinbase, is now public, and its shares are available for you to buy. One of the biggest criticisms of stocks that have gone public in the past year is that many are not profitable. These companies paint a glamorous picture of torrential growth and world dominance, but are much more opaque when it comes to how they plan on making money. Coinbase is one of the few exceptions to this. Let's take a look at the quarter they just reported and why you should be so excited if you are or plan to become a shareholder. Coinbase reported that the number of active users on its platform increased from 2.8 million to 6.1 million in the past quarter. This is a big deal. Coinbase benefits from economies of scale. The costs that they incur to run and maintain their platform are mostly fixed. This means that Coinbase becomes exponentially more profitable with every user that joins the platform. Those users also bring more assets with them. Coinbase disclosed that the total assets on its platform increased from 90 billion to 223 billion during the quarter, an increase of nearly 150%. A large asset base creates several advantages for Coinbase. The first is higher trading volume. The more assets that Coinbase has, the more trades it can generate. Larger account sizes also leads to trades for larger amounts. Coinbase charges fees to trade crypto, with higher fees for larger trades. The more users and assets it has, the more money it can make. Coinbase's expanding business is evident in both its top and bottom line. The company reported that they tripled revenue from 585 million at the end of the fourth quarter of 2020 to a whopping 1.8 billion at the end of the first quarter. A company that can triple its revenue at the scale that Coinbase is operating at shows that its business is making a big impact and drawing incredible amounts of customers and mainstream attention. Think about many of the biggest tech companies today. Google, Facebook, and Netflix all became global tech giants because they were able to captivate an audience and get those people to use its products. Coinbase is proving that they are not just a niche player. Their potential to dominate the market for crypto trading is evident right there in their enormous growth. Coinbase is also proving itself on the bottom line, as it expects to earn income between $730 to $800 million in the first quarter. That is nearly double the net income that Coinbase earned in all of 2020. If you're tired about hearing how the newest, hottest stock can't seem to earn a dime in profit, Coinbase could be the unicorn you've been looking for. It doesn't have to prove its business model over time, because it already has. So does this mean that Coinbase is a perfect stock? What more could you ask for besides stellar growth, robust profits, and an expanding user base? Let's take a step back. Coinbase is far from perfect. Let's talk about some of the risks you should think about. Coinbase generates its revenue predominantly as a percentage of the trades that are placed on its platform. That means that its business is tied to the price of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. As the price of Bitcoin rises, so does the amount of revenue that Coinbase can capture. If you examine the growth of Coinbase's revenue over the past few years, you'll notice that the company has thrived during periods when Bitcoin has soared and seen dramatic falls during periods when Bitcoin's price fell. If Bitcoin experiences a crash similar to the one we saw in 2018, Coinbase shareholders could be in for some serious losses. One silver lining in the connection between Coinbase and Bitcoin prices is the ability for people who are interested in crypto to invest. Many people are scared of the security risk of owning crypto directly, and investing in Coinbase gives them the ability to participate without having to own any crypto themselves. Coinbase's correlation with the crypto market has both pros and cons, and you'll want to weigh both if you're thinking about investing. Another risk to Coinbase is the fact that most of its revenue is tied to the trading cost of buying and selling crypto. Coinbase has been able to charge those costs as there are very few legitimate competitors to its business today. As more competitors establish themselves, Coinbase will likely have to lower their trading costs to compete. Cryptos also became popular thanks to their philosophy of democratizing money and making it available to everyone. Lower trading costs won't come just because of competition, but because customers and crypto fans will demand it. This lowering of trading costs also has parallels with the stock market. If you've traded stocks recently, you'll notice that many stock brokerages don't charge any fees to make trades. This became a necessity as competition from Robinhood and other lower-cost brokerages like Vanguard pioneered the movement. Coinbase could be faced with the possibility of free crypto trades in the future, a huge threat to its core business. If Coinbase is unable to sustain its trading business, it will be forced to develop new business lines, many of which the company has no prior experience in. As large stock brokerages wound down their trading businesses, they relied on other business lines such as wealth management, lending, and financial advice to make up the losses. It remains to be seen if Coinbase can develop and make those types of products that appeal to customers. So what if you're thinking about buying Coinbase stock? Is it a long-term buy? Is it something you should trade? It could be both. If you're a believer in crypto, then Coinbase has established itself as the dominant platform to buy and sell it, and it's likely to remain there for some time. Many crypto traders and investors are familiar with it, and many people new to the scene will flock to the place where everyone else is. New competitors will pop up as crypto becomes more mainstream, but none of them will have the mindshare and name recognition that Coinbase has. One thing to keep in mind with new public stocks is that they are the shiny new object that has everyone's attention. This causes some people to buy the stock without any consideration to valuation, long-term prospects, or possible risk. This means that you'll need to pay a premium for the stock if you want to own it this early in the game. New public stocks often take time to settle before the market understands what they're really worth. Owning the stock now means that you'll be in for a bumpy ride. If you're the more daring type, these dramatic swings will provide some interesting trading opportunities. Volatile stocks have the tendency to overshoot both to the upside and the downside. There will be profits to be made if you take this short-term approach. I personally will be watching from the sidelines. I like to hear what management says about the company's progress over the next few quarters and want to see how the market reacts. If crypto becomes more mainstream and begins appearing in more retailers and used more widely, then I might become interested in building my own position. Thanks so much for watching this video to the end. If you enjoyed it, consider giving it a thumbs up as it helps out the channel and gives it a bump in the YouTube algorithm. I make videos dedicated to investing and personal finance, and if that's something you're interested in, consider subscribing and click on the bell to be notified whenever I release something new. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.